Well, good morning, everybody. We want to welcome you to our Saturday morning My Results consultant training. We're going to have just some really good information for you today. We want to get started right away. We want to respect everybody's time. We like to start every Saturday at 1 o'clock, and we try to keep it no longer than 1 hour of training. So thank you for joining us. Remember, this Saturday training happens every Saturday. This is for consultants only, active consultants only. This is not a place for your guest. After the training today, I will be sending out a registration link for tomorrow's big live business presentation webinar starting tomorrow, and then every Tuesday and Thursday. So Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday starting this week, we'll have a live business opportunity webinar, and that will begin at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time. That's Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. We're going to be joined today by my co-founder partner, Trip Mayhew, and we're excited. Things are really moving along quite well. We're excited about what's coming for the new year, and we hope everybody's enjoying a great holiday season. Just wanted to share a few things. I think it's really always good to kind of start out with some good little training tips or motivational things that can really help us. And this week, as I've been going through my personal development training, which I start every day with at least 1 hour once I come upstairs to my office after my quiet time in the morning, I just like to get some really great inspirational training through either reading or watching a video online. And this week I was listening to a gentleman that was being interviewed by Eric Worre. His name is Jeff Roberti, and Jeff is a very young professional networker now. I think Jeff is probably in his mid-40s now, but Jeff is a guy who has quite an amazing story. He's one of the most successful network marketers ever. He's actually earned over $70 million in commissions working from home, and I think he's in his mid-40s now. Actually got started in his early 20s. He was a waiter at a restaurant and was introduced to a company by some people that were actually having dinner. And one of the things that Jeff was talking about that really hit home for me is with My Results, we're so fortunate to have really amazing, affordable, and powerful products. Already we have the weight release product, we have the B12 Mega Energy, and we just introduced this last week into our shopping carts the hangover and fatigue patch. So we've got already 3 wonderful products, and the results of these products, they happen, for most people, they happen absolutely immediately. And this is so important because in the nutritional business, most of the time when you take your supplements orally, you find out that they take a good period of time to really start to affect a person where they can actually notice some differences, usually between 90 and 180 days. And I remember when Trip and I first started testing some of the different patches, the Nutra patches that we have already and ones that we're going to be introducing as we move forward. The first thing I noticed, especially with the B12, was I immediately noticed a difference, and my wife immediately noticed a difference in me. And that was amazing. And so in listening to Jeff Roberti, he was talking about being a passionate customer first. Okay, and I think that that's really something that we really miss. If you're a big network marketer or you're a active recruiter, the first thing that we always think of, and that's my background, is recruiting and training, is that we can get lost in that, and we forget about, if we didn't have incredible products with My Results, it wouldn't matter how many people I recruited or you recruited. Chances are we'd look in 90 days and they would have moved on to something else. And if we don't have a passion and we don't have incredible products that we can be passionate about, then of course we don't have much of a business model. So I want to encourage everybody to really start with sharing our products. If you are actively building this business, you're talking to a minimum of 3 people a day, and you should be sharing the product first. You know, and you know, the old 3-foot rule, where anybody within 3 feet of you, if you can start up a conversation with them and just start to get to know them a little bit, maybe you're at the out doing some Christmas shopping or something like that, and you can just ask them what their greatest needs are in their health and wellness, and be able to perhaps offer them an opportunity to try. Maybe they need to lose 10 or 20 pounds. Maybe they're just fatigued or they need more focus. You can actually get information from them and say, hey, I'd like to go ahead and send you out some samples of some really neat nutritional patches that I've been using and getting fantastic results. You see, if we show people the opportunity to help them to feel better, then of course it's going to open up doors as we move forward, because if they start to feel better, what are they going to start doing? They're going to start telling their friends and their family about this incredible product. And maybe they're not even a consultant, but perhaps it might mean that Joe buys products from you and Joe tells his sister Mary, and Mary goes to your website and she orders a month of the B12 or the weight release or the hangover patch, and it just generates revenue and income from you. Remember, we always like to say that this is not direct selling. It's actually should be direct sharing, not direct selling, but this should actually be direct sharing. We actually get paid for sharing our story. Long-term relationships equal long-term success for you in your business. So become a really great storyteller. Share the story. I love going over to the My Results support website over at Facebook, and every day I go over there, I'm starting to notice that there's more and more testimonials over there about some of the results that people are already getting. So this is exciting to me because I realize that if you're that excited about the results that you're getting from the weight release, or the results that you're getting from the B12, or like the guys up in New York up there that are sharing the hangover and fatigue patches with their friends and family members and getting incredible results. That's passion. And these relationships that are being built right now are going to help guarantee your success as we move into the future. And remember, when you're talking to people, keep it really short. Just say a lot less to a lot more people. Remember this, that you can never say the right things to the wrong person, nor can you ever say the wrong things to the right person. Start with baby steps. When you're talking to people about the opportunity, it's so easy for a person that's made great money or that is making great money in a business opportunity to go to people and start talking about 6-figure and 7-figure incomes. But start out with some baby steps. Maybe it's just showing somebody that you really love and care about a way that when they start their My Results business, maybe they can just focus on getting their products for free. That's a great place to start, and that's what we would call a baby step. Another baby step is show them the way and teach them the way that maybe they can start earning an extra $500 to $1,000 a month. Just think of the difference that an extra $500 to $1,000 a month can mean in the lives and the budgets of the families and friends that we already know, not to mention the people out there right now that are looking for second or third jobs. I mean, there's so many people. I read an article about the #1 part-time job in America today. You know what it is? Anybody have a guess? Trip, you got a guess?
No idea.
Okay, it's actually delivering pizzas at night. And it's amazing how many professionals that have seen their hours cut back from full time to part time are coming home after a day at work, and they're having a bite to eat at home, and they're jumping in a car and they're going out and they're running around till midnight delivering pizzas, just because they're looking for an extra $1,000 a month. And we've got an incredible opportunity with wonderful products that we can show people, literally, that through a little bit of hard work, or I should maybe rephrase that and say a lot of hard work, we can compress a lifetime of hard work into just 3 to 5 years and actually show people how, with 3 to 5 years of hard, consistent and determined work ethic that they can actually earn a retirement income. This is really a part-time magic business. So be realistic. Remember that as you build your business with My Results, you're after success. It's been said many times that success without true fulfillment is actually failure. Success without fulfillment is actually failure. Okay, we want to basically be marketing hopes, dreams, and opportunities. And when you start talking about the products that we have with My Results, remember, we sell results, not ingredients. So there's many great products in the marketplace today. One thing you never want to get into when you're talking to people about ways that they can fulfill their dreams and their hopes in their life, when you start talking about our products, is what the products have meant to you. Tell your story. Put their needs ahead of your own and create what I like to call raving fans. Raving fans of the My Results NutriPatches, raving fans of the My Results business opportunity, raving fans about everything that we have to offer. When you lead with the products, when you create those raving fans, you're going to also lead with products. You're going to experience your customers' results. They're going to share those results, and when you put those two together, products and results equal opportunity, and it actually equals an opportunity not only for those people, but for them to be able to share the same type of product and results that will create opportunity for themselves. So love the product. If we really truly love the weight release or the B12 or the hangover and fatigue patch, how could we not want to share these products and create those raving fans? One of the things that Jeff shared that I didn't even know, or maybe it was even Eric that shared the fact that in the average network marketing business, the average of the makeup and the structure of the company is 90% customers and 10% distributors. And think about that. It really makes sense, because think of the people that you're going to be talking to. How many, if you went to all of the people that you had in your warm market, which is normally the worst place to start, but I believe with our products, if you've got somebody like a brother or sister or relatives that have issues with being overweight, maybe like 99% of all Americans, they're needing more energy. They're tired at the end of the day, and they would love the idea of coming home and still having some energy. Those people probably are not, at least initially, going to be interested in starting up a home-based business. But does it make sense to you that probably 8, 9 out of 10 would love to be able to experience some of the results that we're currently receiving with these products, with My Results? We have products literally that stand on their own. So the best way to build a solid My Results business is, it's going to take time. Don't worry whether it takes you a year or two to reach your goal. Some of you are already starting to reach your first goals, a free product, or maybe it's an extra couple $100 a month, or an extra $500 a month. But if you're looking for your midterm and your long-term goals, remember, building a solid My Results business is going to take time. It's going to take consistency and persistency. Just keep yourself focused, okay? And for those of you that don't have a big warm market, another great point that was made during this training is one of the great ways that Jeff talked about building a new warm market. He said, find one person who's a go-getter and then work with them. Create your new warm market by chasing their warm market, which means you introduce somebody that's well connected to a group of people that are looking for opportunities, and you start using those people to start marketing and help that person to build his My Results business. What does that do? It creates new customers for your people, creates new consultants and team members for you, and also will build your income. And so quintessentially, you're working with their warm market, and maybe you don't have one of your own. So it really pays off. The last thing I wanted to share before we go over and start working on some of the stuff that Trip has planned for us today is the 3 steps that you should take every single day. Okay, and there's just 3 of them. The first thing is like I talked about earlier, start the day when you get into your office, when you start into your business mode, and feed your mind. And that means personal development. Take a minimum of 30 minutes to an hour a day and find a good book or find a good teaching. I sent out the information on Eric Worre's Go Pro. It's a great book, and he has a great website that you can get onto his newsletters and start getting some great video inspiration. I'm a visual person, so feed your mind every day. Secondly, grow yourself spiritually. Okay? You need to take time to get quiet, to start listening to direction, and start focusing your energy on just getting your mind clear of all the negative stuff that's out in the world today. And then third, nourish your physical self, your body. So take good supplements. Use the My Results products. Eat a good diet. Get your exercise. Start doing things that are going to keep you flowing in the right way. We're really excited about what's ahead with My Results. I mean, every time Trip and I get together and start talking about things, I mean, I really have trouble sleeping at night. So without any further ado, I know, Trip, you've got some really incredible stuff that we're developing as we move forward. I mean, it's hard to believe. It's only around the 15th of October, so just not even 2 months yet since we actually went into beta launch. And it's just been really, it's flown by, but yet it doesn't seem that it's possible that we've been in business for 2 months now. But we're excited about the things that are coming. So, Trip, go ahead and show us what you got.
Hey, well, Scott, I appreciate taking the time and some definite wisdom. Your 41 years is, you've been a mentor to me, and I appreciate everything that you do. So, what we do on these Saturdays is we like to get kind of down into the nitty gritty and share some of the specifics of how a network marketing business is built, how to prospect, and then we're going to do a little bit of training on the back office and then answer some questions. So, what I want to talk about today is specifically to the building the business. Scott talked about a lot about introducing the products to people, and the second aspect in building your My Results business is building a network or building a team. And that's really where the residual, the leveraged income is, and that's that 3 to 5 year plan where you're earning income, whether you're working that month, whether you want to take a month off or 2 months off. So in order to build a successful business, you need tools. And we've been working on a marketing system to provide what we call third party tools for you. These tools are designed to do the explaining for you. And I'm going to get into why that's important. In fact, I'll just go ahead and start right now. So, what we've got is we have an automated marketing system. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of training on the automated marketing system, what it is, why use it, and then some of the benefits and the features, and then where to access it. So let's get right into it. So what is an automated marketing system? A lot of people don't use that. A lot of people spend hours and hours talking to people and trying to explain things to people. And this is really the simplest and most effective way to build your business. So an automated marketing system is designed to introduce your business opportunity to people so you don't have to. It does the explaining of all aspects of your business to the people. And most importantly, the system is designed to follow up with your prospects automatically through email. It's also designed to give you a record of who visited your site and who opted in. Those are called your leads. Now, let me break it down a little at another level. What we do is we build a system for you. It starts with what's called a landing page. A landing page is simply a 30 second, maybe a 2-minute video. Maybe it doesn't even have a video. Maybe it's just a free download, or maybe it's just a title that says, how would you like to learn about a business? It's short, it's to the point, and it's simple. But it also contains what's called a capture. So that capture, if they want more information on the other side of the page, they're going to enter their name and their email, and they'll be able to watch all the information. The minute they do that, it takes them to page 2. Now, what page 2 does is it does all the explaining for you. It talks about the business, talks about the company, talks about the products, and talks about the compensation plan. And it has a call to action saying, if you'd like to get started in this business, you can click the link. The link will be linked to you guys, and you're going to get basically another partner in your business. What's cool about this is, one, you get a lead. You know who went to your site and who opted in, because maybe you passed out 10, 20 business cards, but that's not a way to build a business. Because of those 10 or 20 people, maybe only 3 people opted in. Those are the people that you're going to want to work with. Maybe you see them out a couple of weeks later and say, hey, did you get a chance to go to the website? And they say, oh, I went. But you know that they didn't opt into your sites. They weren't that interested in your business. You don't need to spend a lot of time. And if they say, oh, tell me about your products, tell me about your compensation plan, just direct them right back to the landing page, tell them to opt in to get all the information, so that way you don't have to explain everything. So you're going to get a lead. You're also going to get an email that says, hey, Joe visited your site and wants more information about your business. But what's cool is the prospect, Joe, he also gets an email. Even though you already sent him to the page that gives him all the information, he also gets an email and a series of emails that follow up with Joe, so you don't have to. That's the basics of a landing page or a marketing system. It's automated, and it gets you to do the simple work. All you do is send people to the landing page website of the marketing system. They opt in, and the information goes to them automatically. But here is the most important slide here. Why use it? This is very, very important. A prospect will be 5 times more likely to join your business or opportunity if you have a system that you can offer them. A prospect is going to assume they must do what you do in order to build a business. Let me say that again. A prospect is going to assume that they must do what you do in order to build a business. So if you spent 3 hours on the phone with them breaking down the compensation plan or the ingredients inside the products, or how the business works, how it's structured, when to get started, how much money you're going to make, they're going to walk away from that meeting thinking and knowing that it's going to require them 2 to 3 hours at Starbucks sitting around with each prospect introducing the business. They're going to assume that they have to do what you do. That's going to frustrate them. Maybe they feel they don't have time. Maybe they feel they don't have time to get educated. Maybe they're not ready to do that. So they'll be more likely not to join your business. So you do not want to explain everything. Let the system do it, because by explaining it, by having those 2-hour meetings one-on-one, it's not a duplicatable system. It's not something people are going to want to do or like to do. So let the third-party tools do the explaining for you. So Scott, are you out there right now? Got to get him off mute.
Yeah, I am, Trip. Yeah, I am.
So why don't you give a quick 30-second what we call elevator pitch to me about the business, and then I'll kind of see how you react. There'll be some objections, so you can kind of present a quick little 30-second elevator pitch to me, and we'll kind of give people an example of it.
All right, well, if I was going to be talking about the opportunity, then that's going to be different, obviously, than the products that we were talking about. So it'd be something like this. It's like if I knew Trip or he was a buddy and hadn't told him about it, it would just be something as, hey, you know what, Trip, I found out about a very unique company that's starting up a television infomercial business opportunity, and we need people that can help us to be able to promote it. Are you open to taking a look at about a 2-minute video?
Well, Scott, I mean, when you say business opportunities, it's something that is going to require a lot of work, a lot of time. I mean, I have a full-time job. I really don't have a lot of time to go starting a business. I mean, it does sound interesting. I'd love to get in the television infomercial business. Tell me more about like what products are you selling or how do you get on TV or I mean, how do you make money?
Yeah, it's really simple. And just to make it really simple, it's only going to take you a couple of minutes to find out the answers to all those questions. I've got a really great short little introduction page that will answer your questions for you. And anything that doesn't, after you take a look at it, Trip, I can go ahead and talk with you further. But I think when you go through this little presentation, you'll get all your questions answered.
So I just get it. So Scott, should I just go to the website? How are you going to get in touch with me?
Actually, I've got your phone number and I've got your email. It's, I think it's still the same one, isn't it? Is it the one over at Cox.net?
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Okay, good. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to send you a link. Actually, if you'd like, I can just write it down here on the back of my business card. But just to make sure you have it, I'll go ahead and email you the link. Just follow the instructions once you click on it.
And I mean, but how do I get paid? I mean, tell me.
It's gonna cover all that. There's a short little video that talks about our products and our compensation plan.
Okay, so this is the website here on the back of your card.
Yep, actually, just click on that link and just follow the instructions, and within just a couple of minutes, you'll have a really good understanding of what we do.
Oh, cool. So you're making good money? I mean, you're having, I mean, is it something that's easy to do?
Yeah, it's very simple to do. And the nice thing you mentioned about your concern with your full-time job, you can work as many hours as you want each week with this business because it is your very own business that you start from home.
Wow, that sounds cool. I guess, what I'll do is, I got to finish up my day at work here. And then when I have a chance, I'll just go to that website that you directed to me. And, if I have any questions, I'll reach out to you then.
Yeah, and with your permission, Trip, how about we talk a little bit more tomorrow? That will give you time tonight when you get home to take a look at it. I'll give you a call. What time's good for you tomorrow?
I get off at 3, so I just got to walk the dog and get my workout in. So anytime maybe after, say, between 4 and 5 before dinner.
Okay, sounds great, Trip. Thanks a lot.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Scott.
Mhm.
So, guys, what you're seeing is a lot of objections, but they're very easy to overcome. And instantly, what as a prospect, I went, oh, okay, I don't have to sit down. Scott gets the impression that he doesn't have to sit down, and he doesn't have to spend 2 hours explaining everything. He just kept redirecting me back to the website and back to the website and then the landing page. And then I will go ahead and opt in. And I'll feel more comfortable knowing that it's Scott's site that I can go ahead and do that. So as you guys can see, he's not explaining the products, the compensation plan, or anything like that. This is the most important part about the marketing system, and this is the most important part about why you use it. Because people now, I'm instantly going to feel like, oh, I'm going to have a system in order to build this business, and I may only start working it part time, 2 or 3 hours a week, yet I can still do it. So I'll be 5 times more likely to join the business. So, who should you send to your system? What's a prospect? A prospect is someone interested in making more money from home and or starting a home business. They have an open mind, they're willing to spend at least 5 hours a week to build their business, and they understand that there's going to be a little bit of money and a little bit of time invested. So oftentimes you may want to ask these questions, and Scott actually led with that question. He asked me if I'm open to starting a home-based business, and I said sure. A prospect is not someone that you want to, your sister, your dad, or your friend that may not even be interested in the products, may not even have heard about the products yet. They're just someone you may be stuffing the matrix with. This is not something that you want to send your people to. You want people interested in starting a home business. So those are people that you would be interested in giving a sample of the products for. Say, hey, I currently own my own home-based business. I have some really cool products I'd like to share with you, and I'm going to send you a free video as well. Here's a sample of the products. Those are people that'll become your customers. What's cool about customers and what's cool about these products and what Scott alluded to earlier is that these products are effective and they're immediate. So some people are going to love them so much they're going to say, hey, I think I want to do this. Let me get more information. They're already in the system as your customer. They're going to make a great prospect for the business opportunity. So if anyone has any quick questions about the system, I'm going to take you on a quick walkthrough on how it works or a little behind the scenes of it. And then I'm going to do some back office training and go from there. But does anyone have any questions at this point?
Yeah, and if you have questions, just type them in down below in the questions box. And
Yeah, if you were screaming at me, I didn't hear you. So yeah. So I don't know if it doesn't look like we have any questions, Scott. I think that's good.
no, it looks like, yeah, it looks like everybody understands where we're at so far. Well, there's one from Mario. It says, when will the system be released?
Good question, Mario. So basically, the system it's actually active now. We're working on a front page landing page, a little 30-second excerpt on the business, and then we're putting together a series of videos that we're going to be on what we call the thank you page, and I'll show you that in a second. But I would say by early next week, you guys are going to have access to the system. And just so you know, all the people that were already in the database when we were in beta launch, their system is already set up with their username and password. And I'll explain a little bit of that later. Anyone who signed up in the last, say, month or so, they're going to be able to get a link in their back office where they'll be able to set their system up for free. They just click on it, create their website, their username and their password, and they're going to get what's called the myresults.info marketing system. So hopefully next week.
Yeah, there's a great question, Trip. Maybe you want to take this one from Josh. Josh says, Trip or Scott, how would you go about on a face-to-face interaction to somebody that you don't know?
So that's a great question. So what is a prospect? A prospect, someone's interested in making more money or starting a home-based business. So I would lead with a 30-second elevator pitch. Maybe I'm out, who knows, I'm out shopping or something, and I see someone, and we strike up a conversation. I ask, and my first thing that I want to do is I want to create a small relationship with them. They're not my friend yet. They're not even really an acquaintance, but I may ask them a few questions like, oh, hey, what do you do for a living? How's that working out for you? And how do you have a lot of extra time? Are you you just get some basic information from that person just to gauge how they feel, Josh. Then what you're going to want to do is, if you get the sense that they may be interested, go ahead and ask the question. Say, well, hey, I started a home-based business about a month ago with some really great products. Is earning a second stream of income or starting a home-based business, even at a part-time level, for very little money down, and you can get started really quickly, is that something you may be interested in? And if they say yes, then you go right back to sending them to your marketing site. And Scott, if you want to expound on that.
Well, yeah, and you touched on it, Trip. It's really important to understand is don't talk to somebody in a line that you don't know and say, hey, by the way, would you be interested in making some money from home? That's a pretty direct way of doing it, but you might just want to start, when you're talking, especially with guys, it seems like it always comes down to, if you talk to a person for a couple moments, you might be talking about football or whatever, or the weather. And as you get to chat, usually within the first 2 or 3 minutes, when a guy's talking to a guy, it always comes out, well, what do you do for a living? And if you say that to somebody first, they'll always come back and say to you, almost always, oh, I'm in the insurance business. What about yourself? Oh, I work from home. I have my own business. And they'll say, oh, really? What do you do? And boom, there you go. Well, listen, we're only in the line here, but would you be open to taking a look at what I do from home? I'm always looking for some help. And boom, they're gonna almost say yes, because it's such a simple way of doing it.
Yeah, and you could say, hey, we're always the company is actively looking for people that want to partner with them in the business that I'm in. It's been very successful for me. I'm having a really good time. It's real simple. We got a really easy system, and we got some real great products. Something like that, and then that leads right into sending them to your website.
Regina, real quick question. We're going to cover this, but she wanted to know. She said that she got an email asking her to confirm for the company newsletter, but she has not seen the newsletter yet. When should she expect it?
Yeah, good segue to a quick little update. So what we're doing is we've created a newsletter for everyone to keep everyone in contact with Scott, with myself, with the leader, with corporate, with all the new things that are coming out, some training, webinars, things like that. And so what we did is we created a newsletter. In order to get on that newsletter, we took all of our database and we uploaded it and it goes out to you guys, and you get, all you have to do is go to your email, check your junk file because it may be in there, tell your downline to do the same, and all that email does is say, would you like to confirm your subscription to the My Results newsletter? It's something you can opt into and opt out of at any time, and once you confirm, you're going to be on our newsletter. Now the newsletter is not started yet. In fact, I probably should put together a thank you for opting in email, which I'm going to do today. Thank you, Regina, for that. But that's why you haven't received an email. The Once you're on that newsletter, then as we start sending information out through the newsletter, you're going to get it.
And Deanna asked a good question because I got it asked earlier this week about can they print up business cards? Do we have a duplicatable file that they can take down to their local printer and get business cards made up for My Results?
As of now, gosh, that's not even on my to-do list, Deanna. But I'm gonna write that down, and I'll look into like getting a corporate site for like Vistaprint. I'll make some different business cards that you can fill out your own information in, and then get them probably at Vistaprint.
Awesome. Sue, as far as we get asked that a lot, is when are infomercials going to be starting? Well, we obviously can't give you a date because, as we have covered many times, it's all really based on how we all do together in promoting our products and the opportunity. That's why we have these Saturday trainings right now. We're teaching people simple ways using our marketing system, our lead generation tools that we have, and the ones that are coming out, and different ways that you can actually promote the business. If we all really engage and work really, really hard over the next 3 to 4 months, we are hoping to be able to start going into the studio and doing our infomercials early in 2015. So this is why in my letters that I send out, my emails, it's really what we require and really need from everybody is sharing these great products, getting people interested in the products and the opportunity with My Results. So hopefully early in 2015, unless you have anything more to add to that, Trip.
Yeah. During the pre-launch, our goal right now is to get products into everybody's hands. So everybody should be setting up their auto ship, which I'm going to show you guys if you haven't done so already, how to set it up, and also how to adjust it, how to change it, how to change what you're getting delivered every month. We want everyone set up with their auto ship. We want the core group of people during the pre-launch to get these products, start feeling them, start sharing them, and then as we move into the full official launch, we behind the scenes we are talking with media companies and doing a lot of things behind the scenes, but we don't have a specific date.
Yeah, and John, that kind of goes along with your question. John wants to know how will we explain to a prospect what pre-launch is and when we go live, and of course Trip just covered that. It's basically right now we're getting our product lines, our initial product lines. Right now we have the 3 products. We'll be releasing new products as we go into 2015. We've already been in contact with several different companies on some other products. It's exciting. And then, of course, the official launch, which we hope to have with our first event somewhere around, we're targeting for March or April of 2015. That will be the official launch where you'll get to come, if you want to a location, take a tour of the studios or one of the studios that we'll be using, and get to meet with the leaders. We expect that there could be several hundred people that will come in for 2 or 3 days, and it will be our official launch. It's going to be a really great time as we move forward. So
and then let me expand on that, Scott. So the target date is March. I'm already anticipating probably pushing that back a little bit because it's already into December. It's quite an endeavor to set up the entire official launch and have an event. So we'll keep you posted on when that is right now. But how would you explain to a prospect what pre-launch is? We're basically at the beginning stages, and we're looking for active people that want to work with our company. That's the way I would explain it.
Yeah, very simple. Yeah, we're looking for people. I have this great elevator pitch I use when I'm talking. I'm saying, hey, listen, I got a really good friend of mine. Him and I started a television infomercial business, and we're looking for some people that might want to partner with us in getting the word out to others. Are you open to taking a look? And at that point in time, it's really simple. Deanna, you asked, you were talking to somebody that wasn't happy with their job. There's a great segue when you're talking to people. What do you do for a living? Oh, I work over at Target. Oh, do you like your job? No, I hate it. Wow. Would you be interested in taking a look at something I'm doing that can generate some extra income from home? And of course, when Deanna was talking to this person, the person said, yeah, of course I'm interested. So Deanna, that's when you would send him immediately over to the landing page and the information page that's going to be released here when it's completed in the next few days. And that's where a person will be able to go and watch videos. You're certainly always willing or able to invite them to a live webinar on Sunday, Tuesday, or Thursday. And of course, we always record them and post them over on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. So use the tools that are there. Dylan wants to know what will be in the automated emails that follow up on the capture page leads.
So, Dylan, good question. Basically, what my experience has told me in the industry is that a lot of people miss some of the information that they get on the second page. There may be 3 7-minute videos and they may have only watched one. So the first email will say something like, "Hey, thanks a lot. Hey, this is Dylan. I just want to say thanks for visiting my website. I really appreciate you taking the time. If you have any questions, here's all my information." That's it. You don't want to push them into anything. The second email may go out the second day and say, "Hey, this is Dylan again. Just wanted to make sure you watched all 3 videos. Video 2 is really cool. Here's a link. If you haven't seen it, you can go back and watch it." Third video, say, "Hey, our third email may say something like, 'Hey, Dylan again, it's been a couple days since I've talked to you. Just wanted to make sure you got all the information, and I wanted to see if you wanted to set up a time to meet." Just you're casually, you're not selling. You're just continuously sharing the opportunity, and the emails are going to be simple, to the point, and just driving people back to the site.
All right, and I think the last question before we move on here from Greg, does the landing page fall into spam or can we send it along with the email to the leads that we purchase? Well, that's a pretty good question also, Greg. Now, remember, whenever you purchase leads, you're going to be, first of all, looking at either permission-based or opt-in leads or ones that you just have off of like a genealogy list. The leads that I use from Chris up in Canada are simply databases of people that are with or have been with a specific company in the past. And so I never send them anything that would be considered spam. So in my initial email that goes out, it may be 2 short paragraphs that said, "Hey, Greg, my name is Scott. I got your name and your contact information. I believe that you have been involved with network marketing or home-based businesses before. I've got some really unique information about a brand new television infomercial business that I would like to share with you. Are you open to receiving it? If you are, please email me back with send info in the subject line." Now you're asking them if they want information, if they're open to it. You're not giving them your name, or you're not giving them your phone number. You're not throwing any links up, so you're not spamming them. You're just asking them, saying, "I got your name off of a list, blah, blah, blah. Would you be open to taking a look?" When you go to bigger lead companies and you're buying specific verified opt-in leads, people that have said they want information about home-based business opportunities, then you can go ahead and send them directly to your landing page or your sales page because you have information. The company that sold you the leads will give you their IP number and the verification for their request for more information. Even then, Greg, you're going to have people that are going to say, "I didn't request information," or whatever. Then just go ahead and have them unsubscribe. You don't want to get into a shouting match about if they did or if they didn't. Just say, "Oh, I'm so sorry to bother you. Thanks a lot. I'll remove you from my list," and move forward.
But also, I think what Greg is also alluding to is he's saying, if I send the link to the landing page, will it go into that person's spam folder? And the answer is it depends on the security settings of the prospect's emails. So it's very difficult to control it on our end. Sometimes I get spam that I don't want. Sometimes I get things that go into my inbox that I don't want. So I'm not really exactly sure how to answer that, but basically it's the prospects security settings in their emails that really control where the email lands when you put a link in there.
Right.
Um,
There's one final question from Paul wants to know, will there be separate landing pages for products, not the business? And I think there's going to be product pages that are going to explain the products that you can direct people to, if that's correct, Trip. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, so I think what Paul's asking is he's saying, what if someone wants to know about the products, but you don't want to explain them all right then and there, and you want we can we create a marketing system or a landing page that'll introduce people just to the products? And I'll be honest with you, Paul, right now my focus is on getting this landing page system built specifically for business opportunity prospects. I don't have a date or a time frame, but it would be great to have that. But I'll have to keep you posted.
Great. All right. Well, for the sake of time here, we got about 15 minutes left. Let's go ahead, Trip, and move on to the tour of what you want to show us next.
Okay, I'm going to show you guys my trip to Thailand. No, I'm just kidding. um, so what I want everyone to do is make sure that they have their auto ship set up and that they know how to change it and adjust it. And they also know how to place orders directly from their back office. So that's what I'm going to show you guys right now. Now, having said that, we're actually on our YouTube page at youtube.com/user/my results. There's going to be training, little videos, little 1-minute videos that explain little things like if you don't know, oh, where do I find my customers? You'll be able to go to the YouTube page, watch a quick video, see the title that says, hey, find out how to, see where your customers are. But we're going to have a series of videos on our YouTube page. So the more that you get to our YouTube page, there'll be a bunch of training up there. So let me just opt in here. And it's important that you remember your password. There, I did it right this time. Okay, so what I'm going to go through right now is I'm not going to walk you guys through this entire back office, but what I want to show you guys is where your auto ship is. It's under tools and it's under auto ship manager. You just click on your auto ship manager. Your auto ship manager is going to load. There's 3 factors that get your auto ship to trigger. One is your auto ship schedule up here. Your auto ship schedule is going to dictate at what day in each month you want your auto ship set up, delivered to your product to process. So I just click on that and I can adjust this date. I have mine set for the order date is set for the 24th. The next one is you want to ensure that your shipping information is all accurate. And finally, your payment information, that's the credit card that's going to be charged. But going back to tools, auto ship manager, this is a breakdown of your entire auto ship. It tells you when it's going to send out, and it's going to include what items you want in here. Now, if you wanted to change your auto ship, right now it's the B12 Evergo, and I wanted to add or remove something, all you need to do is go tools, auto ship manager. Here's your auto ship items. Here's your date. If I wanted to remove the B12, all I have to do is simply hit remove. And if I wanted to add something, there's a button down at the bottom here. I simply add, click that button, and I add what items. Maybe I want to add a combo pack since I'm going to be handing out a lot of samples to people. Maybe I want to purchase that one. So all I do is I select one, I hit add item, and right here, it'll break down what's going to be shipped out on your next auto ship. And that's basically it. To go back to it, you just go back to auto ship. Do you have something to add, Scott?
Yeah, Trip, what if a person has an auto ship like you example there with the B12, and let's just say that they've got a need just to make a one-time purchase, like for the hangover patch. They don't want to set it up on an auto ship. How would they go about just going in there and making a one-time purchase as a My Results consultant?
Perfect. So we just covered how to set up your auto ship, how to edit your auto ship, and how to make sure that you have the right products coming to you. It's very simple. If you want to place an order, let's say you're getting the B12 Evergo, but you want a one-time purchase of a combo pack, or a one-time purchase of the after party hangover, or a one-time purchase of a combo or anything like that, there's a button under tools called order. You open up the order button, and what you're going to see here, and we're making some improvements to the shopping cart, but this takes you to the shopping cart. And what you notice is, since you're logged in, you'll know, because it'll say welcome and your username up at the top here. And you'll also notice that you're getting the discount because you're a consultant, and you'll be able to add the weight loss, the B12, the combo pack, the after party, and any of the other products that we have in there. So real quick, I'll cover it again. It's simple. You're in your dashboard, you've logged in, you want to buy some product. Let's say for Christmas, you know you're going to be going to some parties. You just expand the tool menu, go to order, add your orders to the cart, check out, and you're good to go. That's it.
Yeah, real simple. That's for people that don't want to add to their auto ship, but maybe you just want to go in and purchase some extra product to sample or for the holidays or whatever. Thanks, Trip.
Yeah, you bet. Now, it's real important, you guys, that there's currently everyone has set up their auto ship last month. If you need to make any changes before your next auto ship goes out, make sure you go to the auto ship manager and make changes. Add some products that you want to add, and just make sure your auto ship is correct. Also, please communicate to your downline and to your team members exactly how to do this. And guess what? Guess what's on YouTube, Scott?
How to set up your auto ship?
How to set up, edit your auto ship. Very, very
Wow.
simple. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, just remember the reason that we have auto ship is that, you could technically go in every month and place an order from your back office like Trip just showed you, and you would get the PV. But with the way that our policies and procedures are set up, if a person goes inactive for 2 consecutive months, like if you didn't have your auto ship turned on in November and you got spaced out because of Christmas and the holidays and you didn't do it again in December, you would lose your position in the matrix. So the auto ship is really cool because it goes automatically. You can set the date, and you can always go in there and add or change. And that makes it really, really simple.
Real quick, let's do.
And when you get a chance, Trip, Dan wanted to know if you could repeat that website for YouTube.
I'm typing
For
it
our,
in right now.
oh, good, cool.
youtube.com/user/my results. Let's see.
And there you go.
Obviously, I got to spell it correctly. So
You
that's the
did.
site. You can also do a search, and usually the actual page will come up and the channel will come up. And if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, as we post videos, you will get a quick email from YouTube saying, hey, those guys over at My Results posted a new video if you want to see it. So,
Yeah, cool. Deanna wanted to know, do our products come in an envelope? She hasn't received hers yet. Or was it stuck in the mail? I haven't found it. Is it in a thin envelope? How does the product come when somebody orders their auto ship?
yeah, good question. So it's going to come in a 5x7 manila envelope, and inside that envelope is the My Results package. In that package, you're going to get your 30-day supply. You're going to get a little note saying thank you for your business, and that's pretty much it. Now, over the last 2 weeks, what I've noticed with our shipping and fulfillment company is that there's been a little bit of delay in service, and that's due to the blizzards, the weather. There's some airlines that are on strike, and also the holidays. So normally we want to allow 5 to 7 business days to get your product. In extenuating circumstances like this around Christmas, I would give it a little bit more time. If you don't receive your product within, let's say, 10 days or so, just shoot an email over to support@myresults.com. We'll take a look at it, and the team will answer any of your questions.
Okay, and Dan wants to know if you have a credit card set for the auto ship, do we have access for single orders also with that credit card? So I think what he's asking, does the credit card on file, is that something that will be billed on single purchase orders also?
Yes. Yes. Your credit card on file is what the credit card will be charged for all your single orders.
Yeah, and Paul, I think we do have that, but Paul wants to know, have you considered money back guaranteed for new customers on our products?
I'm thinking, Scott, what, 10 seconds? Should we give it more than 10 seconds or no? Yes, absolutely, Paul. So we have an unconditional money back guarantee of 30 days. We're looking into the legalities with our legal team to see what we can do to support, to enhance, to improve. But the bottom line is, if you have a customer that's not satisfied, just have them return the product. We'll return their money. Have them email support@myresults.com. It's no issue, but it's a 30-day, and it's going to be posted on our website. We're building out our website even more and having all that information, not to mention for consultants, it's in our policies and procedures.
Okay, awesome. What else you got?
When did the auto ship? So it depends on what date you set it up for. And again, let's say someone set it up for the 26th of November. That was around Thanksgiving. So it probably is going to take at least 10 days, 10, even sometimes 10 business days, just because of all the issues that they're having around the holidays.
But that's not to ship. It just means arriving.
Right, to
So,
arrive.
so generally, if you have a date, let's say today is, let's say I went in today and I set it for Monday, how soon after Monday would the product actually ship out to me? So say Monday is the 8th of December. When do you think it would ship? Are you shipping every day, each week?
No, our fulfillment company has set days that we ship. It's usually either Monday or I'm sorry, either Wednesday or Friday. It all depends on how much load we get. Um, it- Again, we're 45 days old. We're continuing to tune and to tweak it. But like I said, just give yourself about 5 to 7 business days for delivery, and no, and then besides in extenuating circumstances, allow for a little bit extra time. But as far as Deanna, when did the auto ship? It depends on what date it was ordered.
Yeah. And Terry wants to know if product is ever shipped on weekends.
So that's a really good question. So great news, Terry. I believe Terry signed up 2 customers in the last day or two, and both those orders, I went down to the fulfillment company myself, checked out our shipment, and they went out today.
That's
So
great.
so not only that, your commission is going to get posted Monday, and then the following week it's going to get paid.
Good job, Terry. Remember, that's such a great point. Now that we have our retail ordering, you can have anybody. Let's say you're doing that little elevator pitch, and somebody says, "Man, I got to lose some weight. Man, I'm that's my New Year's resolution." What a great lead-in, because you hear that all the time. Have you ever tried our Have you ever heard of My Results weight release NutriPatches? And boom, no, what are they? And then get them the information on the product, have them go to your website. They go order the product, you've earned yourself a very nice $25 commission. If they buy one time for $59.95, if you set them up on auto ship or they set themselves up on auto ship, you're going to earn a $15 residual commission month after month for as long as they stay active.
We got a couple minutes, Scott. I'm going to show
Okay.
I'm going to show something real quick to people. That is the current landing page of our info site, and this is, now keep in mind, guys, this is what's called the marketing system back office. Different from your business back office. This is specifically designed for your marketing system. And this is what it's going to look like. You're going to be able to edit your profile. So if you want your leads to come in, you just set your email here. You set your website up here. There's all your information. And then how it works is, I'll take them through real quick. Let's take them to, I believe, no, this is not it. Let's take them to, all right, so let's take them here. So if I were to type in my, let's say trip, Scott invited me to see this. and I opted in to get more information, and I put my email in. Now, on the other side of this is going to be a series of videos, which we're still working on. But when they click here, it takes them to the videos. It's coming soon right now. And it also takes them to a link where they can sign up for your site. But let me show you something that's really cool. Remember, this is me. This is my email. This is my support email. And if I do a quick little send and receive, look at that. Congratulations. I just got a lead of somebody that was on my site. They want to be contacted. There's their email, there's their name, there's their information, and there it is. Not to mention the person who got the lead, look, hey, we received your information and we're working on these emails as well. But I also, the prospect got an email as well. So pretty cool. If you got a phone, connected to your email, you can get a lead right on your phone that says, hey, someone's on your site looking at your business. Another thing that's really cool is in your contact manager of your marketing site, when you go to view contacts, there's the lead right there.
Makes it simple, doesn't it?
Yep, you can export these and put them into a list. You could export their phone numbers. When we create a landing page with phone numbers, you could mark them as hot. Let's mark this person as hot. There, it turns pink. You can mark it as contacted, meaning you already reached out to them. You get a little checkbox here, or you can even delete them. And they're gone. So the system is really cool, really simple, really effective, and that's it.
Okay, we've got just a few more questions. We're a bit over, but we'll try to get them answered real quickly. Terry writes, if my customer chooses to become a My Results consultant, may I gift that customer to a consultant in my downline and have her personally sponsor that customer as a consultant instead of me?
So the short answer, Terry, is yes. The long answer is there's a few steps that I'm not going to get into on this call, but that they'll have to do in order to what our system does is it ties them to that person. So it's just a matter of changing the customer that becomes a consultant to the person that you want. Again, if you send an email that says, hey, this consultant just signed up and they're in my, they signed up under me, can you move them under Jane? Our support team will be able to do that for you. And then we'll have a system. I'll make a video on exactly how to do that.
Okay, Dan wants to know if the support link on the website, is it active?
Which I don't know. Do you know what he's referring to?
Is there a link to customer support on the website?
There's a contact. I don't know that it's active yet. Yeah, so it's not active yet. So what we'll do is we'll have to, we want to really kind of you're asking for people that are consultants, Dan, or I'm a little confused by your question. There's a support link in your back office, and then there's going to be some contact information for the company, and that's probably about it.
Okay. Iris, I will contact you. She said she's had some problems adding an additional item to her auto ship. So Iris, I've got to make some phone calls here after we conclude the training, so I will try to reach you if I can sometime in the next hour, if that's okay.
This is a question I'm getting, Scott. So it says, how can we contact those consultants that have spilled into our downline?
Right.
And there's been issues in the past in the history of network marketing with what I call cross recruiting or cross promoting other products. So, and a lot of times one team, although they may be spilling people down under you, they may have a certain way of doing things that we don't want to disrupt. So we really discourage giving a person access to the entire downline, because in the past it's created controversy. Now, there are ways to reach out to them. Maybe you could reach out to them on Facebook and you could say, hey, I'm your upline. Would you like to connect with me? But in general, it's not something we really encourage. Would you agree, Scott?
Yeah, there's a purpose for that. You are able to contact your personally enrolled, but because there are some spillover that are already happening for a lot of people, those are not personally enrolled people for you. You are getting paid on them, but we just can't have people having access to people that they didn't sponsor.
Yeah, Dan wants to know if there's going to be phone support someday. Yes, we actually have a 1-800 number that we're going to be implementing very in the next couple of weeks or early in the first of the year.
Yeah, and remember too, Deanna wants to know about, the Sunday night webinars when we record them. This training and every training, when we get done, Trip will actually upload this to the Facebook page, and of course, it will be also on our YouTube channel. So, Deanna, you can always get the most recent Sunday night webinar. We post that up on our Facebook support. That's our one weekly, but we're changing to 3 weekly. So we won't post every webinar, but we will post the most recent Sunday night webinar onto the Facebook page and the YouTube channel. So you'll be able to access that if you have a person that wants to go and watch it. So
Yeah, Dan, I'll look into that and get back with you as far as your question about the support. And then Deanna asked about the landing page. What was the website? It's going to be in your back office, and you're going to be able to sign up, or if you have an account already, you're going to be able to access it in your back office once it's live.
yeah, and Mario, I don't know that we have any plans to actually put our My Results logo onto the patches in the future. It's very, very expensive to do that. I don't think it's a priority. I don't think
Well,
anybody's going to pull your shirt off to look at the logo, I hope.
well, here's an interesting study. So we did some studies uh, not too long ago, and what we found is that people actually do not like patches with branding on it because they feel like they got a tattoo on them or something like that. So in the patch technology world, it's the studies have shown that people would rather have either a clear patch or a blank patch.
And Deanna, I have sent out the link twice to the training, or not the training. I'm sorry, you're looking for the link for tomorrow night. As soon as we finish up our Saturday training, I always send out the registration for Sunday night, just because if I send out more than one link at a time, people get confused. So the link for Sunday night always goes out on Saturday afternoon. So be checking your email box for that today.
John, it's right here. Just go to YouTube and do a search. Do a search for My Results. The channel will come up and just subscribe. But it's YouTube/user/My Results.
Okay, well, I think we've got it. Do you have anything else, Trip?
That's about it.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I am going to be sending out a link this afternoon for tomorrow evening's webinar, and make sure you want to grab guests and get them on to these Sunday. Starting this week, we also have Tuesday and Thursday night. All three of the opportunity webinars are at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, Sunday, Tuesday.